Hi, welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, and we are the Real Poker Girls of Las Vegas. And today we are here with the fabulous Lupe Soto over there, Lupe, and the gorgeous Rebbecca Scales. And we have a very special guest, Katie Swift from the UK. Welcome.
Thanks, girls. Hello. Good morning. Bright and early.
Listen to that accent. I love
We immediately apologize for the battle of the accents over here.
So, Katie, welcome to Vegas. How is it going for you?
It's fabulous this year. Yeah, I didn't come here last year, so I felt really hungry for it again this year. Took a year out. And back this year. And it's been a long WSOP, and I've been here now for 5.5 weeks. Got another week and a half left, so seven total. Which it's quite a long time for us Brits or Europeans to come over for that amount of time.
Yeah.
But it's going well, and I'm really enjoying it. You
love Vegas?
I think the longest I've done it before is 5 weeks. So.
Wow.
5-6 weeks, so yeah.
So you love it here?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
do you know what? It feels like a second home, to be honest. I think I've been coming here for so many years now, and different times of the year, and not always for long times, like each duration, but yeah, I love Vegas.
I love this city.
It's definitely got my heart.
It's my favorite. I never sad coming home.
Never.
No.
So I guess if you don't know Katie, I don't know where you've been, but let's take it from the start. Let's start from young Katie living in England. You're like high school. What are you thinking? How'd you get into poker?
It was a bit of a strange one, actually. I was kind of like forced into poker. My family all play. They've played for many years. And my dad in particular kept saying, you'll love it. But it kind of, I was in my early 20s, and I'll be honest, it kind of looked a bit boring. Like everyone just sat around only, seeing their own cards. And so it was actually on Christmas Day one year that we have our Christmas dinner, and then we usually play games. All of my family played poker, and that year the game selection was poker.
Wow.
So it was kind of join in or go and sit on your own. So I joined in. My mum wrote me a little hand rankings on a Post-it note.
Aww.
Put it next to me. We played one hand face up so that I could understand the blinds, the button, and the way it progressed through the hand. And then the next hand it was
Game on.
Game on. So that was me. And the first couple of hands, I was like hooked. I knew I loved it then. I was like, Dad was right. I loved it. And I've played ever since. The first, I would say, half a dozen years, it was very small stakes, not very often either. I used to work in London for a bank over in England in the IT sector. I was actually an IT problem manager, so I've always loved the problem solving side of anything. I loved the sort of games, the Cluedo, that sort of game when I was younger. And so it sort of fitted really well with poker. So I kind of, when I went to visit my mum and dad, we would go to a casino in England, and to Grosvenor, and we would literally play, it was like a £5 game down there. So very, very small, just more for fun, socialising. But I always had that competitive side of it. You can sort of spot the people that are there socialising and don't mind win or lose kind of thing. I was always one of the competitive ones. And so it went from there. And it was a bit later on that I got into it more, what I call properly.
I actually played with her mom in London. She was at my table, and she is just so proud of you. She's
Yeah.
just so lovely.
That's so cute.
And I'm proud of her as well, my sister and, my family. They mean a lot to me. So, yeah, we're very close, and we've all got that sort of poker link. And I was like the last one to learn in my family, but I'm glad I did, because obviously we've got that huge connection now with it, and we travelled together, and we've been all over different places, and sort of gives you poker. I find poker gives you this purpose for travelling, which I really embrace, and I enjoy that part of it. Even though when you travel on your own, you're never really on your own, are you? You meet friends wherever you go, wherever you travel, and you always sort of meet new people like we met in London, and you know, you just interact constantly with people. So it's really enjoyable on and off the tables, I find.
So 584,481 total live earnings, according to Hendon Mob, which we know that's just whatever. So how did you turn pro? Like, how did you end up getting to like governor? Did I say it right? Governor, what's it? Grosvenor. See?
Nope, did not say it
I
right.
did not say it right. Tower's got it. Sorry, Tower.
Yeah, so I was playing a little bit, like I said, socially, and I worked out that there was like satellites that you could get into bigger events and possibly have a shot at bigger events that I probably wouldn't have bought into back then. So started playing online and doing the satellites and kind of navigating my way through them. I ended up eventually, I suppose, getting spotted from Grosvenor when I finished second in their Goliath event, which is at the time, every year it breaks the record. So at the time when it was in 2015, so 10 years ago now, that I played what was their record-breaking event then, and finished second and was just elated. Like, it was my first time playing Goliath as well. So there was no expectation or no pressure or anything like that. I just enjoyed it, just played and enjoyed and did my thing. And it kind of worked out.
It put you on the map.
Yeah, and here I am
like,
10 years later.
Who is this gal?
Yeah. So, I just got a phone call, a very random phone call one day from one of the Grosvenor managers saying, would I like a sponsorship? So totally out of the blue. I never in my wildest dreams even considered or thought about sponsorship, or I kind of didn't even know about that world, you know, that whole bubble. That now I'm very much in. So, it was just really good, really sort of a surprise. And I went with it. And
I love it.
So I have a business, I have family, I still have a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So as much as I'm involved in poker and sponsored and play as much as I can, I still probably don't play anywhere near as much as like other players or other pros, or you know, I just
because you have kids too, don't you?
I have one. I have one child. Well, I say child, he's an adult now, really. He's 18 this year. So
wait a minute, you're only 21, aren't you?
Sorry about that. We'll go with that. Yeah, so he's 18 in November. He's incredibly independent. He's following his own dreams, actually. He plays golf.
I heard pro.
He's not pro at the moment. He plays for England, and he's sort of heading that way. He's actually, you guys are going to get him over here because he's coming over next August for university over here. So he's been offered a full scholarship and he's going out to KU. So he's going to be out there. So he'll be here for 4 years. Whether he'll ever come back, I don't know. You might get to keep him, but, but he's a good one, So, but I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of the independent, confident young man that he's become, you know, and that he's living his dream. I think if you're happy in life, then you've already got you're stepping on success.
Does he play poker with you?
Sorry,
does he play?
He understands the game, and we can't play in England till we're 18.
Yeah.
So you guys are 21 out here, aren't you? So he'll be 18 in November. So maybe he'll have a little go. But I think the thing is he's so involved in the golf that that's his focus, and you know, he might sort of, like I did, play a tiny little game or something, but no, but golf has got his heart. And
there's a lot of poker players that are golfers.
There are.
I mean, they have gatherings. You know, as poker players, they make sure that they have a golf game within the series.
Absolutely, and it's actually it's a healthy blend actually for getting some outdoor sunlight and exercise, because we all know that when you're in a poker room, you can be there for hours just sat, you know, artificial light, and so it's actually a really good blend if you can do that. But both of them take a very long time.
Right.
So I think if you're going to be elite at something, you have to kind of pick your thing
Mhm.
and then focus. I think you can't kind of be,
Both.
you know, jack of all trades.
Yeah,
Pardon
yeah.
pun with jacks now.
Although
It's,
I prefer the indoor with the air conditioner than the 118 on a golf course.
yeah.
Like, no.
I don't know.
True.
I'm
Well,
a
I mean,
lizard.
back
I'm a
home,
lizard.
they don't get 118 back home. It's all wind and rain and, you
Yeah.
know,
Right.
lots of waterproofs coming on and
grey.
stuff. But yeah.
Right.
So,
What kind of
yeah.
a business do you have, Katie?
I've got a little cafe restaurant that's like overlooking the sea, but like beach top overlooking the sea. Yeah. So
wonderful.
I've had that since I was pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've kept that, and we've got staff. Obviously, I've got brilliant staff that, you know, they're amazing. We've got a great team. They all work really well together, and I'm kind of a lot more behind the scenes nowadays, staff rotas and accounts and
We might
things
have to
like
go
that.
see
But,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be very
Yeah.
welcome.
Is
Yeah.
it in London?
It's not in London, no, it's by the
The
beach,
sea.
where I live, down in Broadstairs in
Oh, okay.
Kent. Yeah.
How
so
far
it's
away is
down
that?
there. It's a couple of hours from London.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
so,
we can still go.
Yeah. stay at
I'll
mine.
just stop
never
by the
left
Queen's
London.
and then go there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got that, and yeah, I've sort of got few plates that I spin. Let's just say I'm busy.
Now
Let's
you-
keep busy.
You hold a women's event online. Is it every week?
I do. Yeah,
Every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday. Yeah, cool. You've
Yes.
done your homework.
I have.
Yeah, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time. It's on Grosvenor Poker, so it's for UK and Ireland players. That's kind of the player base, and it's £5 to buy into. So and there's a lot of. We do a monthly leaderboard where you get points each week, depending on where you finish on that particular week. And there's additional prizes that Grosvenor kindly put up. So there'll be either tickets for online or live tickets and things going on. They kind of change each month. So yeah, at the moment we've got a big series running online. So the top prize, the lady that finishes first last month, and now for July they've continued it. It's going to get a £200 ticket. Second is I think £150 and third £100. So it's a nice bit of added value for a £5 game, you know.
Absolutely.
But if getting into those events, it kind of reflects and mirrors how I started out, where you're almost using it as a bit of a satellite into the bigger games. You can then build a bit more of a bankroll and perhaps progress into other games. So I'm very much about the recreational grassroots players. It's where I came from. I've very much grounded and never forgotten my roots.
I love that.
That's
Me
cool.
too.
Yeah, because there's a big, you guys are so lucky in England. You can play online. Like in Australia, we can't play online.
Right.
And in
of
America,
course.
in Vegas, it's very restricted as well.
Very
so
limited.
you guys have got it good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have the support for women.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true too.
Yeah.
We
Go,
don't.
Go, Lupe. Yeah.
I feel like that's growing a lot more in.
Yeah, but I'm
in
talking about our
England and-
online rooms here.
Oh, right.
They do not, they just aren't open to having stuff for women. And it makes me crazy. I mean, we are the capital of poker. We should be 100% in supporting this. And
Definitely a market that's not tapped into enough. And I think it's still got so much room for growth in it. It's unbelievable the low percentage of women that play. I don't know why we've tried so hard over the years to grow the game for the girls. It's kind of still evolving in that sense. But what I would say is that I love the fact that the ladies that do play, from what I've seen, probably over the last decade, because obviously that's when I've sort of focused on it more, is that the ladies that play or used to play, even though the percentage may not have grown over those years as increased as we would want it to, what I would say is that the level of play has increased. It's definitely improved over the years, and it's the level of games that ladies are confidently buying into regularly as well. That has grown over the years. So although we may not have seen the numbers increased much, the level has definitely increased. We've all leveled up, I would say.
I agree.
When I sit and I play against ladies now, the game's so much stronger. There's this kind of illusion that especially with the World Series being on, that they, you know, there's a lot of people that go, oh, the ladies' games, they're so soft. I'm like, they're really not. They're really not. Any
They aren't
female,
playing the ladies' games.
yeah, and any female that's traveling here, surely you've got to have a bit about yourself. You've got to have a bit about you to travel this far, to buy into these events, to sit down and play. So you've got to know the game. You know, none of us are bringing that yellow Post-it note anymore. You know, so it's kind of, you've got to understand it and be able to apply certain theories with it. And I'm seeing a lot more of that now.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're seeing a lot more women excelling even in the open fields.
Yes.
I mean, by the sheer numbers, we are 100% a very low number and a low percentage, but just to have it. I mean, what was it with Esther? Just made the final table.
The 50K.
Of the 50K. Yeah. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
So we are shining stars in a sea of a galaxy.
I mean, it's inspiring to have, you know, ladies that are achieving that and the stories you're hearing. And there's so many. I mean, we all are part of groups, Facebook groups, social media groups, where there seems to be a story every day of a female achieving, you know, and accomplishing high stuff, you know, both on and off the table. But obviously these big events, you've got, you know, the Christens and, you know, Fox and they're very inspiring, I find.
They are. I really feel this is kind of my soapbox, but I feel it's because they don't get the proper media coverage is what it is. Because like we just did Lupe's event, the 2500 high roller, and that was one of the questions I always say is like, whenever I investigate or like research these women, I'm always like, why don't people know about them? They have this ridiculous stats in poker, and then they're doing things like running triathlons for the Olympic team, you know, and I'm like, why don't they know? Because they're not a man. That's why they don't know.
Or having cafes on the beach.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? Like they're just so interesting to me, and their stats are just as good, if not better, most of the time.
Yeah.
So I'm just always shocked. I'm like, because they don't get the media coverage. And that's what it is.
Absolutely. And I also feel like as a obviously I do have a business and family, and a lot of us do, but I feel like the majority of women are juggling lots behind the scenes as well. So I feel like the guys that I speak to, not all of them, but the majority of the male players are just poker players. And I don't mean that just. I don't mean, they're just poker players. What I mean is
they can
focus. They can get to just be all in on the game, whereas females can't. That, you know, we are the ones that carry children, and you know, we've gone through pregnancies, childbirth, and we've got businesses, we've got families. You do tend to have that still in this day and age. It does land on the female shoulders.
Me and Tat talk
whether
about
we
it all
like
the
it
time.
or not.
And
that is
cranky
still a fact.
ex-husbands.
We
don't approve.
We literally say all the time, we're like, our journey is so different than a man's journey to get to that table. And that to me is the really interesting part, is like what it takes for a woman to get there is just extraordinary most of the time. Because there's just so many barriers, and the fact that they sit down at the table is amazing.
And then there's the guilt, like, do I play this money or do I put it to my child's education? Even though you've already covered that, you're thinking, well, I could get ahead an extra payment this month if I don't play it. You know, like, so there's always that too.
Absolutely. There's this kind of balancing that's going on in your head, in your heart, you know, the time away from home.
Yeah.
Everything that, you know, you have to really kind of map it out. And, you know, I don't know about you girls, but before I even leave, I'm like making sure everything's okay back home and making sure everything's just so. And they'll just say, go on, you just go. But you never can.
No.
You have to make sure everything's in line. You've got to have all your ducks in line. Whereas guys just seem to like throw stuff in a rucksack and off they go. They're gone, you know. So it's definitely different being a female in this industry and making sure that, you know, to be able to be successful in it, you have to make sure that you've got the confidence and the ability, but also everything's in control, you know, behind
You
the
often
scenes.
hear the gentlemen players who get to have that luxury say, I don't think I could do it if I didn't have my wife.
I'll have
Yeah.
some.
Or if I didn't have,
That's had to leave the table for a parent-teacher conference.
Me too.
But it was an impromptu one. A literally impromptu one. Like the principal called. She's like, I gotta get up.
I did.
In the middle of a tournament.
I had to, and I just stood on the side and had a parent-teacher interview, but I was
What
there
did
from
he
my
do?
kid from Vegas, and they, it takes a village because people know you're traveling and they understand I'm working on the media side as well.
Yeah.
So they're very helpful and respectful, and I have to say that I have a lot of support back home.
Yeah.
Yes, I couldn't do it.
I
I
think
could not do it. I just
over
feel so guilty leaving.
Yeah,
If it
over
was
the
a
years,
shambles.
I can relate
Yeah.
with that because, like, my family have helped so much with
Yeah.
Jack through years. I know he's like independent now. He's just passed his driving test, so he doesn't sort of need
Yeah.
transport or anything. But over the years, obviously, when he was 11,
Yeah.
Mhm.
he needed help. I need to make sure that someone's
Yeah.
getting him from school and someone's dropping him off, and
Mhm.
all of these sort of factors that I just
True.
almost in my head actually. I want to know that's all set in place before I go and play, because I don't think I'd be able to play properly
Yeah.
my A game without knowing that everything's just so back
Mhm.
home.
Yeah.
It's kind of I have to make sure that's okay.
Well, it also motivates me to play better and do the best I can and to make money and to be successful in the business and to work hard, because I'm not here playing games. Like,
No.
I've traveled 14-hour flights, thousands of dollars in flights to show up and do things in Vegas and be here for my business partners, etc. I'm not playing games. Like, people seem to think
Yeah.
that you're just here holidaying, drinking pina coladas at the
No.
Bellagio pool. I wish.
No, absolutely. I think
I hardly played this series.
Yeah.
I've been working.
I mean,
I helping Lupe and
I don't even think you get to go around the pool that often, or
No,
it's like
I haven't
a
seen the
couple
pool.
of times. It's you don't get to see much sunlight. You're certainly not drinking, living out. I know, but when non-poker player friends back home, when they hear that I'm in Vegas for 7 weeks, they're like, 7 weeks? Oh my God. And I'm like, my God. And I'm like, it's not how you do Vegas and how I do Vegas. They could be two totally different
Yeah.
cities. I'm not doing what
Yeah.
you do. I'm
You're lucky you get to
literally
see outside.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not
This.
partying,
It's-
no.
No,
Mhm.
Not just that, but like during the series, I find like I'm ready for you all to go home. No offense, because it's like you just get so like everybody wants to do everything all the time. Like come to this dinner, do this, be here, make this appearance, and I'm
Right,
just
right.
like it's exhausting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It is exhausting.
really is. Yeah, I think that's part of the optimal plan, is to make sure you get your rest times as well.
Mhm.
I've known players that are, honestly, they remind me of a pinball machine where the ball is going all over the place, where
Yeah.
they're going from this comp to that comp, firing in that bullet, and I do it very differently. I've got, my tournament for the day. When it's done, it's done. And very rarely
Yeah,
am I ping-ponging around all over the place.
What
It's-
are your must-dos as far as your tournament selection?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I have any must-dos. I look at the schedule. I just, in terms of what I'm going to play, I kind of look for what's going to align on a tournament schedule and fit with sort of how I'm gonna. So my sister came out the first couple of weeks, so we played a lot more downtown. So I kind of made sure that I was focused on that. We seeked out some overlays, some comps that were overlaying. Actually won the first one that I played, which was really good because it had a big overlay as well. So that was good. But in terms of must-dos, I'm kind of not so much the must-dos with poker, but more the health, the mental prep. I must make sure that I get enough sleep, that I'm, drinking enough water. I kind of have what I won't do. I won't go out partying and drinking and things like that. I know
Things have changed over the decade, right?
Yeah. And I just, do you know what? I've never been a massive drinker anyway. I don't really like the tiredness and the repercussions. It used to be the next day. Now it would be several days after. I don't enjoy it. I might have the odd glass of Prosecco or something at a meal, but I'm not a heavy drinker, so my must-dos is just to make sure that I've got that sort of self-care going on whilst, especially such a long series. And I know you just said about, you get invited here, there and everywhere. Like, I am one of these people, if I don't want to do something, I won't do it. If I don't think I'm going to be happy doing it, I won't do it. To me, happiness is everything, and it's key that, you girls have invited me on here this morning. If I didn't want to do it, it would have been a no. Do you know what I mean? I am very, you kind of know, where you're at with me with that. And I'm very grateful for just being able to be here. So kind of absorb as much of it as I can. But there's certain places that I've not enjoyed playing this year that for certain reasons, either it's been so cold, like unbearably cold, the lighting or the chips I can't see as well. There was a couple of bad rulings that happened at a certain place. I've not gone back. And it was on my schedule, but I've just thought, do you know what? I didn't enjoy it the first time. I gave it a second chance, didn't enjoy it the second time, taking it off my schedule.
Right.
Yeah.
So I am quite like that.
You can be flexible. I'm the same way. I like me, it's almost if I feel good too, because sometimes I'll have a plan to go and I'll be like, I don't feel like going.
Absolutely.
And I won't do it.
Absolutely. I think if you, everyone usually has a schedule, right? But if you wake up, you don't feel right, I had it yesterday, actually. I was tired. I was headachy. I was due to play the Poker News 600 one. I didn't go. Because if I go and play, even though it's such good comp and it's a great buy-in price point and it's like, it's on my schedule, I just knew I couldn't give it my A game. If I can't give it my A game, I'm not going to force myself, because as soon as I force play, I bust. It's not going to go right. Yeah. So I'd rather recover and, play today. I'm going to play the summer celebration today.
Wonderful.
Are you playing the main?
Yes, I am going to play the main.
Exciting.
Yeah,
Is this your first one or no?
No, I have played it before, but not successfully. So, I'm trying to decide what day to play. Obviously, I'm not playing today.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking if I play the summer celebration today, may need to play that tomorrow for day 1B. So it's likely I'll play day 1D. I actually put a poll out on my Instagram, and day 1D is like, heavily the best. Well, the one that everyone's ticking that they want to play. But I'm kind of thinking if I get through today, I might play main tomorrow.
Yeah.
Juggle see how we feel. But yeah, good luck. Are you girls playing it?
No,
not this year.
You could shoot me in the head with a gun before I'm playing Hold'em for $10,000. I don't like
games.
Hold'em.
Especially that many days.
No,
I did think
I'm too old for that stuff. Some other day, some other year, next lifetime. Not this year. Not ever.
For me, it's like the one that's the
dream one, isn't it? Yeah.
And it's the structure of it.
It's amazing.
The 2-hour clock and
freeze out.
Just it's as pure as the game is going to get
ever.
There's so many comps you play that turn into crapshoots and very fast structures. This one, I mean, I would play this all the time if I could.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's the one that's everyone says it's the best one of the year, and it's like also one of the softest 10Ks of the year. So I'm not saying, by the way, it's soft. I'm just saying softer.
Well, it has a lot of recreational players because everyone's trying to give it their shot, right?
Right, and a lot of people have won their way in. They're not used to that kind of level of play, and there's definitely an advantage if you're a pro player.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that when they start playing in this, you can see, it means a lot to all of us, but you can see it almost, if I'm being brutally honest, it kind of means too much to some, where it's like they're playing and it's so much that it's overwhelming for the pressure of that big stage kind of thing, which I think for having been in those situations before, I kind of just play it like it's another tournament.
Yeah, for a lot of people, it's a big deal. It's 10K USD,
Yeah.
It is a big deal. It's a lot 100%. Of Aussie money,
Yeah, 100%. It's the biggest buy-in I play. It is a big deal, but I think you have to kind of separate
Yeah,
the
it's a
finance
tournament.
side to it is just another game of poker.
Mhm.
You've just
Yeah.
got to play the table, the players as it is, keep calm, and
It's a marathon,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Different strategy.
And I think as well, a lot of people, you see them, their stack might dip a little bit and they start this chasing chips early and they forget you're on a 2-hour clock.
Yeah, that's
You know, you
quite.
don't need to be chasing back and trying to force play and force action to
Yeah.
chase those chips that you've lost, because you've got plenty of time. I don't know why I'm pointing up there as if there's the clock, but you know, the clock.
That's where we're usually looking at.
But, you know, you're on a 2-hour clock. You can pick your spots. You can. A lot of people, they won't run the bluffs. They won't take the spot because they think, oh, it's 10,000 buy-in, or
Yeah.
oh, it's only level 1 or 2. But you've got to play how you
game.
play.
Yeah.
You've got to take advantage of it and take your edges where you can.
Yeah, I play a lot of cash, so I have to slow down. I'll die, but I'm dying. That's my dream tournament. But yeah, even playing now, my friends are all texting me from back home and here, slow down. It's not cash. Calm down. You cannot rebuy. You do realize, my God, they're really well structured tournaments. You got a lot of
Absolutely.
playtime. You have decent chips.
I think the important thing that for me personally is to remain in my own bubble with these kind of tournaments. There's a lot of people, a lot of people, and a lot of people come up to you on breaks and they want to, how's your stack? And it doesn't affect them. It doesn't mean anything at that moment in time. Like, I just try and, I've been known to just literally sit in the toilets. Just, like the dressing room bit of the toilets are just in my zone, because I don't want to have all of that kind of noise, if you like.
It's probably one of the only tournaments where you can actually give yourself the luxury of sitting there for a little while, because there's so few women.
Yeah,
It's
very
they're not
true.
overwhelming the bathrooms.
It's very true. It's very
Exactly.
true. Yeah. It's just, I think that to remain focused for that long, they're long days, and obviously it's a long tournament.
Mm-hmm.
12 days or something.
It's like
that's the dream, to be there still
yeah.
12 days in. So not got there yet, but I think the longest one, not for the World Series, but I played one where it was a 6-day comp.
Yeah.
And my son actually at the time was playing in a big football match, and I was like, I'll be home by the Saturday. So, that's like day 5. I'll be home by then. And I got to the final day on the final table. So, I mean, he was fine. He knew that it was, huge. But to remain in that bubble, I remember the lessons I took from that was just, I kept every break time, I didn't really speak to anyone. I probably came across quite rude, actually, which I don't think I am a rude person. But that particular comp, every break, I was just going out and walking laps of the car park, just walking, just going back in and doing my thing. I was kept off my phone, off social media. I wasn't on group chats. I was kind of just gone missing.
Do you study with anyone? Do you have a coach?
I have had coaches in the past. I have a study partner, study buddy, whatever you want to call it. But I also, study buddy. And I discuss hands a lot with my family as well. I think they probably are the best people to discuss with, because they understand my temperament as well. So as much as you can be analysing a hand in theory, I think in game you have to be able to blend exploit, and there's a lot of obviously you try and detach emotions, but there's at times your personality, your traits are going to feed into how you play. It's just natural. That's how it is. So I kind of try to discuss hands with people that actually know me, rather than just want to discuss theory, because I think you can learn theory through books, through charts, through different bits, but then to apply it is a whole new game in itself. See a lot of people that either learn something off of, they've watched a stream or something. When they go to apply it, it's chaos. They've not applied it correctly at all, but they think they have, or they're trying to replicate something they've seen someone else do on a live stream, which doesn't always go to plan. but then they can get quite emotional as to if you're trying to speak to them about it. So I can't, and I also do coaching as well. So
Cool.
but I'm quite selective with
Yeah.
who I would coach. I don't take on loads of students at any one time. I've got a lot to juggle, so but I do really enjoy coaching.
That's cool.
You know, helping others in the
Yeah.
game, and also I feel like when you speak to others about it, it's kind of you all learn from it.
Exactly. That's what I say.
You know.
I've taught lots of women poker, and
Yeah.
I feel like that. I learn the game better by teaching them. I say that all the time.
It's you kind of both benefit or all benefit. I've done group sessions as well.
Yeah.
We had a promotion one year with Grosvenor where we had it was like a David and Goliath thing. So anyone with the name David or could apply to be in the promotion. And we had, I think it was about half a dozen and there was different Davids for our Goliath. And we had to tell, some of them were brand new. There was one girl where her surname was Davidson. So she was because obviously we wouldn't have females otherwise. So it's kind of, we tweaked it a little bit. Yeah, but she had never played any card game before at all, you know, and seeing people, sometimes fresh eyes coming into the game, actually, it's really nice to be able to go back and you can see a little bit of yourself in them when they're like learning different bits, and actually they come with questions that you just think, oh, I hadn't thought of that, and they'll ask something that will, you know, get your brain going again, which I like. I enjoy it. I enjoy that sort of side of it. When I was younger, I wanted to be a school teacher, so it kind of it goes in line with that. But yeah, no, I enjoy all the elements of it.
Okay, so out of the British girls, who are the ones to watch apart from yourself?
Oh wow, there's actually some really
good ones
strong.
out there.
There are some strong Brits. There's been, I think the British girls have always been kind of a strong bunch, if you like. I think like Lydia's just run deep in a comp. She's a strong character.
We might know Lydia.
She's up there as what I love about Lydia, I mean, I'm totally biased. I'm not going to lie. She's a good friend of mine. So, you know, I'm not going to be apologetic over my bias with her. But known her a long time. What I love about her is her passion and the fact that she's very powerful in the sense that she studies hard. She really wants it. You know, she's hungry for that sort of the achievements in the game. So yeah, I've got a lot of respect for her and what she puts into the game. Obviously KJ as well. I would say there's like some girls I know from the Grosvenor scene. There's Cassandra Young. I don't know if you guys have heard of her.
No.
She's a strong player. She's not been on the scene very long. Like after COVID, she came onto the scene, but she's a very fierce player. Bixie, I don't know if you've heard of Bixie. She's another very, very strong player. She went really deep in the Millionaire Maker out here.
Nice.
And I think she cashed like for, I want to say like 60 odd grand or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
she's
huge.
very strong player. She doesn't get to play very often, but my God, you know when she's there.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
she's one of them. Yeah, she's very good. There's a lot of players
promising.
there's a lot that are coming through as well, that are sort of more of a recreational base that back home. There's a lady that I've just logged on this morning and seen that she's won a big event back home, Jodie. Yeah, there's a lot.
Lots of girls,
Yeah.
Do you play anything other than Hold'em?
I know PLO. If I play cash games, I quite like PLO cash games online and stuff. So yeah, but I would say I wouldn't say I'm expert in it by any stretch of the imagination. Like
Do you like it?
that I do. I love it. I would like to learn more about it. Perhaps if I had more time, I'll have to ask you more about mixed games. But yeah, I've never played any of the other stuff. All of the, I don't know, the stud and whatever else. I've never played those. I wouldn't even know where to start. So Yeah, still trying to master Hold'em.
Ooh.
No such thing.
Well, I don't think there's such a
I think everyone is. It's one of them.
It's like
yeah.
chess. You know,
Yeah.
learn it right away,
Yeah.
but
So
you're
who
never
are
going to
your
master it.
favorite female poker players and male poker players?
Oh, do you know what? I'm not sure if I've got favourite ones. I've been asked that before, and I always stumble on this question. There's just so many. I don't have like one particular. It's a bit like when people say, what's your favourite hand? Like, I don't have a favourite hand.
Winning one.
I kind of think as well that it has to be fluid with that, because there's always seems to be another female that inspires you along the way. So I'm one of these that I kind of just go with the flow on what's happening at the moment, and appreciate all of the women out there and what they're doing, what they're achieving. I think you touched on it earlier, where there's a lot less recognition with women and the achievements. So I kind of don't want to just say I have a favourite, because
You're like Lupe. She's always politically correct. I'm not saying who
I
my
mean, it's
favourite
not.
is.
It's actually not. Yeah,
That's
not.
her.
It's not in a not to
me.
be not to be politically correct or anything. I
Lupe's
just
favorite
don't
t-shirt.
have one.
I already own it.
I mean, I really. My mum was a massive inspiration to me, because she's, brought us up to be, when I say us, me and my sister, to be confident, and women out there that are just go-getters. You can do it, you will do it, and go get it kind of girls. And I think that if I was to say who she plays, so she would be like my favourite, really, because again, bias, but that's what
That's
I've been
okay. Your
brought up
mom can be
with.
your favourite.
Yeah, my mum.
It's allowed.
Yeah.
It's allowed.
I suppose I better say dad for the guy one. No, I don't have like, like I have these top pros, or like, people say like Phil Ivey or whatever. I think there's so many players out there, and it's
There's a
hard
lot,
for anyone to say who.
We have our poker besties too.
Yeah.
The people that you can turn to at any point in your own game, and say, hey, you need to talk me up from the floor right now, or the people who will be in your corner being your biggest cheerleaders as well.
There's definitely, I've got a very small, I would say a small group of people that I completely trust, in the sense that they would tell me, they would just tell you so brutally honestly. There's a lot of people that would sort of, I don't know, jazz it up. Or, they'd sort of say, oh no, like, or a lot of people, you'd say a hand to hand history, and they'd say, oh, that's unlucky. And yourself it's not unlucky. You've played it bad, and you don't need to hear someone saying, oh, you got unlucky there. It's just unlucky. And you're like, you go to someone else, they're like, no, you shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have been in there then. You're just like, what are you doing in there on the river? Like, why did you not fight? It's kind of, you need someone to be brutal with you at times.
I've had friends walk behind me and smack me on the head saying, what are you doing? I was like, oh, okay, I felt that one.
Definitely need that. I remember my mum, actually, we was in Madrid before COVID. It was a couple of months before the whole COVID pandemic. We'd gone to Madrid, and I'd played the main event out there. I'd won a satellite into it, and just absolutely
imploded.
I'm trying to think of a polite way of saying it. Just mucked it up completely, the game. And we went back to our apartment, and she just ripped my game to shreds. Literally ripped it to shreds. It was the best thing that happened. She stayed up really late at night to go through the hands and everything, the feelings, the emotion, everything behind it. And the next day I won the event. So it was really, good to have had that, and to have such a quick turnaround in the feeling of complete disappointment, and how you feel like you've let yourself down when you've played badly, right? So to have that, and then to win, and have so many people there that I adored and celebrate with them, was a real, that meant a lot to me. And I've got and having the trophy, there's not many trophies from that year, right? Because of COVID. So it's like, I've got a trophy from the COVID, which is unheard of. So I really like that one. But I like it more because of the story behind the fact that my mum sat up till like 4 a.m. or something, just going through all of it. And it's the best thing. And no one else would have done that with me. No one else would have spent their time doing that. You know, I think obviously my mum's proud of me, but she just really genuinely wants me to do well, where
of course.
There's not a lot of people that are going to be like that in the poker industry or in your life. So, you know, it means a lot.
That's true.
So I met Katie in London. She was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
So I didn't actually meet you at poker. I think
we met.
So it was a high tea, and I'm like kind of wandering around because I didn't really know that many people. I mean, I did, but I didn't. And she let me sit with her and her friends, and they were both amazing. And then we went to Magic Mike after.
Yeah, we did.
And we had quite a great time.
Magic Mike, wow.
How did we not have a great time at Magic Mike?
This is what we missed.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Yeah,
it was a good day.
I have to say, they're way more, I don't know how to put the word, they're just way more forward at that Magic Mike than they are here in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Our Magic Mike, yeah.
I've only ever been to that one, so I've not got anything to compare it to.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I was shocked. I was like,
really?
Okay. Yeah, because I went to the opening of this one, so I was like, okay.
Well, in general, Brits are way more forward than Americans. In general.
I thought it'd be the other way around. But
really?
I mean, I
think we're more you're more direct. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe with that. Yeah, we probably are. Yeah.
Very direct.
And that probably came across in that show. Yeah, no, that was really good because that was at the Hippodrome Women's Festival, and
KJ's.
It was really good. That whole weekend was phenomenal. Like the effort that they'd put into that and the achievement with it. It just felt like, and we were all really united at that. It was such a good event. All of the, you know, off the table activities kind of thing were so good for networking and bonding, and you know, we wouldn't have got to meet each other if it wasn't for that. So
sit at our table, we ate little croissant sandwiches and drank tea.
It was had your British high tea.
Yeah, it was really good. And the Magic Mike guys came out to the high tea and gave us our was it them that delivered the puddings or something?
It was, yeah. They
came
came
out.
Man, I really missed it.
It was fabulous.
It wasn't bad. It was not a bad day.
Yeah,
I think my favorite part of the London event, though, had to be when they were auctioning off the men, because we had this 50-50 event, and so you had to have a man to play. And the funny part was there were so many women that there wasn't any men in this room because it was like downstairs in a different area. And so they were, KJ was, I think, going and literally ripping them off the table upstairs.
We'd been texting our friends. We'd been saying, anyone available, come down.
Every time a man would like walk in the room, like those women were just like, is he mine? Like they were calling him out. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was the opposite of what you usually see completely.
It was such a good atmosphere. Really,
and there was
really
just
good.
like impromptu singing. Like they just started singing.
Yeah, it was that was actually my sister.
Okay.
That was my sister. Yeah, she's a fun one. She's really good. So.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it was just really nice. The whole weekend, my mum had won a package into that, so we went along, and
there were lots online on
PokerStars.
PokerStars.
I think she was online. And then I'd won one out in Malta. We had a satellite game out in Malta where I think about a dozen of us, maybe 10, 12 of us won our seats out there. So it was just, the whole concept was brilliant anyway. So hopefully there'll be lots more of them. But
there's one coming up in August.
Yeah, the networking bit of it is, you know, I love all of that. I love that opportunity because I'm not sure you get that opportunity in poker in general because at ladies' events, yes, but at open field events, I mean, you're lucky if you've got another female on your table.
Yeah, that's right.
And you don't always strike up a chit chat with them. Obviously, you're trying to focus, you're trying to play. That is the priority. So finding out about someone isn't necessarily going to happen in those situations.
No, you're trying to win.
Yeah, exactly. So you're kind of only going to do that off of the felt, right? And to be up in London for the whole weekend where you've you've blocked that weekend out. So your time is there. You
Mhm.
haven't got to go and do anything else. So it's really lovely. It was a pleasure to meet you there.
You too, yeah.
And enjoyed our afternoon tea together.
I have to say, I definitely have never traveled to Europe, and fortunately I get to do that this year. But so all of my aspirations to meet these women who have really elevated themselves in the game that are European, I've not really been able to enjoy.
Right.
And I feel like I know a whole ton of the people who are stateside, but it's been such a pleasure to really meet you. And actually, I've followed you. I knew you were, I knew you were achievements. And everybody who's ever spoke about you has always had something kind to say. So for that, I really want you to know that is appreciated.
Thank you.
Even though you're focused and you're doing your game and you're saying that, sometimes you're in the zone and you aren't really expressing who you are at the tables, it has come across. And I want you to know that you are a shining star in the industry, and we appreciate you giving us your time while you're here.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you
sure.
for having me.
You need to know that because not everybody is like that. And so you've been a wonderful ambassador for women in the game, and we appreciate you for that, for sure.
So what do you have
That's
coming
lovely
up?
words. Thank you.
What do you have coming up?
So when I'm back home at the end of the month, I'm actually hosting a ladies' event at our Goliath Festival. So Grosvenor have a flagship festival called Goliath every year. It's the last week of July, first week of August. It's in Coventry in the UK. And I host the ladies' event, which in previous years, we've actually done it over 2 days. This year, I've asked for it to be over 1 day because the schedule is so packed that I'm very aware that women don't really want to spend too many days just doing one event at that buying level. So it's £200 and it's on the 27th of July. So it's a Sunday. And it's a 1-day event, starts at midday, and we play to a winner. So it's one to watch, one to attend if you can get there. Everyone's welcome, all females from across the globe. If you can get there, it's a good one because the Goliath as well has, I think it's a £2 million prize pool. The weekend before it has £1 million, another event that's a GUKT event. The festival schedule is packed, jam-packed. There's something for everyone. We've got cash games 24/7. They run 24/7 and there are loads of tables, loads of different states. There really is something for everyone. It's huge. There's I think there's about 10,000, 12,000 players that will be there for the main event, like the Goliath main event. So,
And before we go, how can people find you? I know you're on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook, Katie Swift. I'm on Instagram more than Facebook. I tend to do Instagram more. I'm Swift Success 8, like the number 8 at the end. Twitter, I think I'm Swift Success. I'm not very good at Twitter. I don't go on there very much. I stick to Instagram mostly. So Swift Success 8. And I have a ladies poker group on Facebook that is has got Katie Swift Poker, Women in Poker.
Girls.
So I'm a member.
That's so
that's
great.
on there.
Can you believe it's been an hour
Has it?
already?
Oh my
I can
gosh.
talk.
Well, we could talk for hours and hours. I mean, just having you here, we are so appreciative.
You're very welcome.
Yeah,
Thank you for
and
having me.
We're gonna have to hook up when we get over to
To
London.
England.
Yes,
to the
definitely.
ladies.
Come over.
That'll
Come
be
over.
so much
we're
fun.
coming August.
It's been my
Yeah.
pleasure.
We'll have to go see the cafe.
Yeah.
On the
Lupe,
beach.
Lupe wants high tea now with those boys.
Hey, I'm going to London.
I don't know if we can arrange that.
Royalty,
Well, I don't know. We have KJ. We might be able to arrange that.
Well,
That'd be lovely.
That's hilarious.
thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
Katie.
you for having me.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
And that's it for this episode. I hope you loved it as much as we did. We are the Real Poker Girls of Las Vegas, and we'll see you soon.